Don't you see what I'm seeing? That the hand of Esau and the voice of Jacob. Can't you see that somebody is behind Obasa? That's why he's doing what he's doing. And nobody is calling him to order. Presidency is not calling him to order. The party in question is not calling him to order. And even the governor, nobody is doing anything until when he escalates and goes out of control. Where does it happen? When a speaker of a House of Assembly has adjourned the House, sit down, and someone else just barge into the House, force his way into the Assembly, and be able to sit in the chambers to also do his own adjournment. I think that Lagos is under attack, and many people are not seeing that yet. All these are fights towards the 2027 general election. The question remains, who does the president want to put in as the next governor after the tenure of Babajide Sanwo-Olu, which is ending in 2027? Hello guys, this is Andy Media TV welcoming you once again today on Trending Stories. We can see the drama that's going on in the Lagos State House of Assembly. This drama began when Right Honorable Mudashiru Obasa was impeached by the members of the Lagos State House of Assembly, and Mojisola Meranda was sworn in as the new speaker. Don't forget that Mojisola Meranda was the deputy to Right Honorable Mudashiru Obasa, and Obasa was also away in the United States when the incident took place. So, from experience, once a speaker, a governor, or a president, whoever is impeached, the next step to take is to go to court. You file your case in court. So in most cases, those who were illegally impeached, the court always reinstate them back. But in this case, it's quite a different ballgame. And you may recall that after the impeachment, that the president of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, reached out to the Lagos State Assembly requesting them to reinstate Right Honorable Mudashiru Obasa back to his position as speaker. I've never seen where that happened. Once anybody is impeached, you are impeached, except if court mandates the Legislative Assembly to reinstate the person. And by then, the case must have been proven in court that the person was illegally impeached from his position or her position. So, but in this scenario, it was a different ballgame. The president gave the directive to the Legislative Assembly of Lagos State, which they declined. They refused to do so. Instead, what the members did was to pass a vote of confidence to their speaker, Mojisola Meranda. But don't forget that when all this was happening, when they rejected, the plea coming from the president of the country, a few days after, the house was invaded by the DSS, the Department of State Service, in as much as they came out later to deny that they didn't invade the assembly, that they were invited by the clerk of the House of Assembly to provide security on that day. The question remains, if the DSS was invited to provide security, why did they deny the members access into the chambers? Will I invite you to provide security for me and you deny me access to my house? That's a question that needs to be answered. So for me, the action that took place on that day did not represent that they were invited to come and provide security. Because if they do, the speaker's office wouldn't have been closed. Even the chambers was closed until the members began to chant and fight their way through to get access to the chambers. Before they did, they were able to access another different office where they held meeting for almost 2 hours to reach an agreement that they are not going to cave in for the demands and the pressure coming from the security operatives. So after this incident, they were able to gain access to the chambers after several hours, and they had their sitting on that day. After that day, the House of Assembly reconvened and adjourned the House in a day, that is indefinitely. There's no specific date on when the House will resume, and that was how the House was shut down for the time being. Mudashiru Obasa, when he came back from his trip from the United States, was parading himself, announcing to everyone that want to hear that he is still the speaker, despite the impeachment. According to him, he still claimed that he was wrongly impeached. But when you look at the information coming out from the House of Assembly, they said they followed all the due process and protocols to be able to impeach Mudashiru Obasa after leveling a lot of allegations on him, which includes high-handedness, misappropriation of funds, not carrying members along, and also perpetual and habitual lateness to official functions. These are part of the things they leveled against him that led to the impeachment. But Mudashiru Obasa still goes on to parade himself as the speaker.
I'm here. So as I'm here, it simply means the house is on. I've never been removed. There's nothing like impeachment. So I don't know what you are saying. I've said this openly.
Sir.
That everybody, remove, what is it called? Impeachment or whatever, or removing is not democratic and constitutional. But in doing that, to achieve that, you must follow the due process.
Then a few days ago, something mysterious happened. Mudashiru Obasa, in company of some policemen, barged into the House of Assembly despite being adjourned sine die by the incumbent speaker, Mojisola Meranda. And he entered into the chambers and began to see. From the amateur video that we saw online, we saw the video only showing Mr. Obasa and then one other member who pleaded for adjournment, and the House was also adjourned sine die. So the question is it that Lagos State government has two speakers in the House of Assembly? Secondly, who is behind Mudashiru Obasa? Who provided him with all those securities that we saw? A lot of police was with him as he was trying to find his way into the chambers. Which means Mr. Obasa has people supporting him behind the scene. How did he gain access to the security? And we heard that the securities of the speaker, Mojisola Meranda, was withdrawn. However, 2 days ago, we heard that the security has also been restored. So, when you look at all the drama that is playing out in the Lagos State House of Assembly, you will know there is a big masquerade behind Obasa. And why is it so? I've listened to different quarters, and I've also done some little research. And I found out that why will the president want Obasa to go back to his position despite being impeached? Impeachment is a legal proceeding. It's legal to impeach someone from his position in the House of Assembly. So why is he not in court fighting for his position back? Why will the president be the one to direct the House of Assembly to reinstate him? And when you watch several interviews he had with TVC, with Channels Television, you heard him saying that the case he has in court has nothing to do with his impeachment. So which means he's not even challenging his impeachment in court. So he just wants to bulldoze his way back to the position. But I'm glad that the members of the House of Assembly are solidly behind Mojisola Meranda. Therefore, I'm seeing this whole drama as a case of the hand of Esau and the voice of Jacob, if you know what I mean. So, and in my place, they said, any son whose father asks to go and steal uses his feet to break the door. Why? Because he knows if anything happens, his father gonna come out to back him up. That's exactly what Obasa is doing. He knows he has the powers that be in Abuja behind his back, and that is why he can have access to the retinues of police who followed him to the House of Assembly chambers. Where does it happen? When a speaker of a House of Assembly has adjourned the House sine die, and someone else does barge into the House, force his way into the Assembly, and be able to sit in the chambers to also do his own adjournment. I think that Lagos is under attack, and many people are not seeing that yet. All these are fights towards the 2027 general election. The question remains, who does the president want to put in as the next governor after the tenure of Babajide Sanwo-Olu, which is ending in 2027? Who is the person? Who is this favored candidate that we have not seen or heard? There have been speculations that probably it might be his son. Others said, no, there's someone else that we don't know yet. All these are speculations. However, whatever it is, that candidate must be very important to Mr. President. But I think Mr. President forgot that there is separation of powers, that the executive has no powers to direct the legislative arm on what to do. If you have discussed with them and they didn't buy what you are saying, you let them be. But creating chaos in the House of Assembly, particularly Lagos, which is the center of excellence and the economic hub of the country, when there is chaos in government there, it can spiral to what you never thought of, especially because of high level of area boys and all that we have over there. So I think it's a very big mistake trying to set Lagos ablaze. through the House of Assembly. Therefore, all politicians need to tread with caution when it comes to Lagos State House of Assembly. And I've heard from several quarters that Mr. Obasa is not even in good terms with the governor, that even governor himself wants the woman to remain in her position. But powers that be, as we all know, that the incumbent president is the godfather of Lagos politics. He determines who becomes governor. He determines who becomes what. So, but from one indication, we understood that Mudashiru Obasa is a staunch political juggernaut when it comes to Lagos State. He has been a speaker for about 10 years, and he has been a member of the assembly for about 20 years. So he understands Lagos politics and is grounded when it comes to the politics of Lagos. So I think that is one of the reasons that the president wants him to return back his position, so that come 2027 he will play a greater role in the plan that he has for Lagos. So obviously this is my thinking from all I have studied and looked at concerning what is going on in Lagos. So it's not ordinary. There is a big hand behind Obasa who is pushing him to do what he's doing. How in God's name did Obasa have access to huge number of police who were following him on the day he went to the House of Assembly? How did he gain access to that? Who approved those police officers to go with him? On whose orders? Somebody that has been impeached is still parading himself as the speaker. The right thing to do is for Mr. Obasa to go to court, file his case in court, and prove it before the court that he was wrongly impeached, and the court will reinstate him back and direct the assembly to reinstall him. But according to him, the case that he has in court has nothing to do with his impeachment. So what exactly is really happening? That's what we need to understand. Can they tell us exactly what is going on in the Lagos State House of Assembly? Can they just allow the House of Assembly to be in peace and be able to dispatch their legislative duties? Because this is very important for the people that they represent. And we also understand that Mojisola Meranda is an indigene of Lagos. And this is the first time the Lagos indigenes are having access to power, to number 3 person. So it will be a difficult fight because the indigenes are going to rally around their sister and be able to ensure that it is well protected. And that is why I'm looking at how this whole issue going to snowball into a difficult situation that will be hard to manage, as the case may be. So can someone call Mr. Obasa to order and request him to go to the court? Let the court determine his fate. But parading himself as another speaker when the members of the Lagos State Assembly, they have come on air and make it clear that he's not their speaker and they can never accept him back as their speaker. And they have put it out there that they impeached him following all the due legal process. What else are you supposed to do? Go to court. I remember in 2023 presidential election, when the INEC result was announced by the INEC chairman, Mahmoud Yakubu, he told every other party, if you are not happy with the result, go to court. And that's what it should be. Don't forget that Peter Obi, when he was governor of Anambra State, was impeached twice. He did not parade himself as the governor after his impeachment. Neither did he fight with anybody or intimidate people with police. All he did was he went to court. And after some months, that court found it that his impeachment was illegitimate, they restored him back twice. So what is special about Lagos that Mr. Obasa cannot go to court to fight for his case? That is what we are trying to understand here. And we do hope that someone will come and tell us the truth of what exactly is playing out. But as much as I know, I can see the finger of 2027 already playing out in Lagos State. And Babajide Sanwo-Olu, the governor of Lagos State, has been mute for quite some time now to say something. Even the governing advisory council too. Nobody is hearing anything from them concerning what is playing out. But we do know that from the day the DSS appeared there, we already know that Abuja has something to do with it. We'll keep watching to see how things plays out. And at the end of the day, we'll be able to say we want the people. So to rescue Lagos from this quagmire, those people that Obasa listens to should begin to call him to order and request him to go to court to fight for his case. And if court reinstate him, then they will swear him back. He takes back his position. That is the right thing to do, and that's the legal thing to do. That the peace of Lagos should be paramount in this their political drive. So I keep putting it out there that as far as politicians is concerned, it's all about what they want. It's about their selfish desire. They don't care about the impact of their decisions or choices on the people. All they care is, do they get what they want? Do they get what they are looking for? If that is yes, they don't care what happens, the outcomes. They don't. And that's what is happening in Lagos. I don't see reason why he should be parading himself as speaker and forcing himself into the chambers to create the kind of sitting I don't really understand. They can't even show us who are the members in the House of Assembly. And I recall Channels TV, Politics Today, the anchor, Shehu Kimbala, asked him how many people were in the chambers with you. He couldn't mention. And he told him it was 4 people. He couldn't answer that question. He dodged it because he knew that what he was doing is illegitimate. So I don't support chaos. I don't support, evil. But all I know is since he has been impeached, he has been impeached. Go to court. If you get your mandate back from the court, that's fine. You take over your position. But if you don't, so be it. You are not expelled from the House of Assembly. You are still a member of the House of Assembly. You mustn't be the speaker to deliver what you want to deliver. And you have been speaker for years, for about 10 years. So what is special about that? So guys, this has been my summary of what has been transpiring in the Lagos State House of Assembly over the weeks. So I think I'll be expecting you guys to put in your comment and let us know your own perspective or what you saw from your own end of what actually is going on in Lagos State. Don't you see what I'm seeing? That the hand of Esau and the voice of Jacob. Can't you see that somebody is behind Obasa? That's why he's doing what he's doing, and nobody is calling him to order. Presidency is not calling him to order. The party in question is not calling him to order. And even the governor, nobody is doing anything until when he escalates and goes out of control. That's when you start seeing all kinds of people intervening. But I heard Atiku Abubakar has made some posts concerning that. Kudos to him for speaking up. So I expect every other person to speak up concerning this issue. Lagos is not a place to toy with because Lagos is key to Nigeria economic development. That is very vital. So, guys, let me hear your comment at the comment section. I will continue to talk about this and debate about it. And at the end of the day, we'll be able to arrive to a logical, end. But we'll keep an eye on what is going on in the House of Assembly to see how it's going to end up. But the more you don't speak up, the more the problem is getting bigger. By the time Nigerians begin to speak up, especially those in the Lagos state, those both opposition parties and the APC themselves, I think these guys need to begin to readjust themselves. So let's start talking so that we avoid the chaos they have planned for Lagos. So, Mr. President, put this to an end. Call Obasa to order. Nobody can direct the House of Assembly on what to do. It's a different arm of government. They have right to do what they feel is good and best for them. After all, it's all of them that came together to appoint Obasa or elect him as the speaker. And all of them have come back together. At least majority of them, over 30 something of them, has come out and said, we don't want him anymore. And they followed the process, laid down their reason, and impeached him. So what is there a problem with that? Let him go to court and restore his mandate if court deems so. That's what should be done. All this chaotic display in Lagos is not necessary. We don't need it now. The economy is something else. People are trying to survive. We don't need chaos right now in Lagos. And that's my advice to you guys over there. Otherwise, what you guys will see in the coming days prior to 2027 election will become something you may not be able to control the way things are going. And that's unfair. So, well, I'm going to leave it here for now and watch and see what happens in the next coming days. When the Mojisola Meranda and his crew, when they resume sitting, then we will see if 2 speakers will be sitting in the House of Assembly. Or when Obasa also resume his own sitting, because that's exactly what is happening. We now have 2 chambers or 2 speakers in 1 chamber. I don't see how that's going to work. 2 captains cannot be in 1 ship. So let's call this thing, call a spade, and deal with this problem now. Obasa has no right to be doing what he's doing. Go to court if you are impeached. You can't just come back and say you are taking your position back. It doesn't happen like that. There are processes and procedure. You are not the one to prove that they impeached you illegally. It is the court that will prove so. At the time they go through all the evidence of what happened, they can now decide based on law if they impeached you illegally or not. That is what it should be. So please do the right thing. You came to be a lawyer. Do the right thing. You should know what the process looks like. So do it. And that's my advice for all of you in Lagos State. So guys, if you are new to my channel, please don't forget to like and share this video. Share it and share it so that other people can see and also speak up like I'm speaking up. And also subscribe to my channel and click the subscription bell so that as soon as my next video drops, you will be among those that will be notified. You need to get all these gist as it's the hot. Don't forget that. So I'm going to see you in my next video. Thank you for watching and thank you for your time. See you in my next video. I'm signing out. Have a wonderful day.